Coventry-Poole and I'm the Digital Communications Coordinator here at the ACA. A basic day for me at the ACA involves me looking after the social media channels, the website, all the e-newsletters that go out to members. I also work with editing video, interviewing players over the phone and in person, and just building on the content that goes onto the website. I think with the enhancement of digital content and the different platforms has made it easier to communicate with the members. I think even in the last couple of years since I've been here, I've seen a lot of changes with the way that we use social media and our e-newsletters to get in contact with players. And I think that's really important with sort of having a hands-on approach with dealing with our members and players. Still a lot of hard copy publications as well. Obviously help Avian Bowen out with the Onside magazine and the annual report. I think our followers and cricket fans in general like to see stories that cut through that aren't really with the norm. People want to know what players are doing away from cricket. So anything to do with their professional lives, their family lives, anything along those lines is really quite popular, and we get a lot of hits on that type of content. Video's become a really important part of our communication channel to members. For example, a lot of the current members would remember that we did use it during the MOU process for Paul to communicate with the actual players. I think it's a lot easier for them to actually see Paul's face and it looks like he's addressing them directly. I think generally cricketers are really well behaved on social media, but I still think it's really important for them to be vigilant in what they write and think about how they're going to be perceived by the public when they do tweet or write a post on Facebook. Outside of work, I'm very keen on music and sport in general, so I coach a football team, a pub football team. I'm not quite good enough to be playing A-grade football, so I have a mixed football team, males and females. It's called the Lomond Barracudas, so if you're keen to play some off-season football in the winter, head down to Lomond and we'll sort you out. Also real keen on music, so I do a little bit of DJing on the side, but I think we'll keep that under wraps for now. Yeah, living north of the river in Melbourne, if you haven't been to Melbourne, it's obviously two separate cities. We'll talk about that later. But obviously I have to fit a certain hipster mould, and when I get back in there, I sort of have to take off my sort of corporate and business attire and then maybe do the top button up when I get back into there, maybe put a 5-panel on, and then I'll be accepted again. So you'll generally see me with a bit of a growth going on, just so everyone in the north knows that I'm still from there, and you know, I haven't really lost any of my sort of hipster ways. The biggest hipster in Australian cricket. I've noticed that in an interview that we did last year, Dan Christian's moved to Melbourne. He started wearing sort of nice blue jackets and some pointy shoes. I think he's living the wrong side of the river, but I think he's putting in a bit of effort into his appearance. So Dan Christian, if you want to move up north of the river, we'll take you in.